DG of Campaigns, the irremovable Oloy. Let me humbly invite to the microphone a man who has demonstrated full capacity in corporate and public governance, former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come May 2019, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Grand Commander of the Order of Niger, Waziri Adama.
Thank you very much.
Atiku, Atiku, Obi, Obi, Atiku, Obi, Atiku, Obi, Atiku, Obi.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for bringing life into this meeting. Thank you. Please, can we have your attention, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. The chairman of our great party, our Senate President, our Deputy Senate President, our Speaker, our former Senate President, our governors, your excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to apologize for my voice because I have been talking for the past several months, so in the process, I have lost the power of my voice. But let me say one or two things. First of all, I want to direct this message to our military commanders and officers. You know that the military commanders and officers are not bound to execute orders that are manifestly unlawful. This is the law, this is the tradition in the military. So if you are a professional military commander and officer and soldier, and also a policeman, you are not bound to execute an order that is manifestly unlawful, no matter who issues that order. Because me too, I have been trained by the military. I've been trained by the police, so I know that order is number one order. Secondly, we have just discovered that the APC have hired many of their operatives and have taken them to China to be trained. And they have been so trained and they are back. And they are equipped with devices that are meant to slow or fasten our card readers. So if you are in the South-South, Southeast, and North-Central, you are likely to get your card readers to be slowed by those APC operatives. We have seen the machines. We have interviewed some of those who have gone on this training, and we have passed that information to the campaign council to pass on to you. But if you are from the northwest or northeast and southwest, the tendency is that they will use this machine to fast-track the readings of your card reader so that as many of their supporters can vote while disenfranchising the other 3 zones. I thought you should know that. We have supplied the information to the campaign council, and you will even see the copy of the machines which each and every one of those operatives is to hold. It is like a telephone, but that is his job. I felt I should let you know, and you should be guided accordingly. Having said that, I find it necessary to first pay tribute to every member of our great party and our long-suffering people of Nigeria who directly bear the cost of the cancellation of the first phase of our general election that was to commence on the 16th of this month. I am sure we can all relate to the losses and burden on our citizens who travel to various destinations for the exercise. This is in addition to the burden on election personnel willing to sacrifice in furtherance of our democracy. When you people are talking about democracy, I have always said that General Buhari is not a Democrat. He has never been a Democrat. We started the fight to drive the military. He was never there. He never participated. And you can see that because he just wore the garb of democracy so that he can come back to power and do whatever he is doing today. So I have said it many times, General Buhari is not a Democrat. He doesn't believe in democracy. It's a lip service. He is more of a power monger than a Democrat.
You see what I was telling you, the Chinese have done it again. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we can all relate to the losses and burden on our citizens who travel to various destinations for the exercise. This is in addition to the burden on election personnel willing to sacrifice the furtherance of our democracy. Inadequately prepared and yet deployed to hostile centers, these personnel, like all of us, have also become victims of the potentially destructive path upon which our country has been thrust upon. Nevertheless, together we stand poised on the edge of victory. But we must not let down our guard or lessen our resolve, as we have an opponent who will stop at nothing to retain power. Our goal is not to gain power for our own sake, but for the people of our country who have been so hard hit by 4 years of APC, clueless, and incompetence. 4 years which have seen 14 million more of our people without jobs, and they come to tell us they are close. More of our people killed than ever before, and more of our people living in extreme poverty than any other nation on planet. Yet they hold all these achievements. Let us not forget that in the last 3 years of the last PDP administration, Nigeria had become the largest economy in Africa. They forget all this. They forget all this. become the largest economy in Africa. And in each of those years, we have the fastest growth rate in our continent. And yet, they said, we have not done anything. And so, true to our values and commitment to chart a new path for our beloved country, our campaigns have been issues-based, offering Nigerians hope for a better tomorrow, while demanding free, fair, transparent, and credible elections from the government. The feedback from our supporters, as has been said, throughout the country confirm their desire and willingness to entrust their destiny to us as a viable alternative to their hopelessness. However, it now appears that our participatory democracy, which we have enjoyed for 20 years, which empowers our citizens to decide who leads them, is under threat by this administration. This is worrisome, considering the great sacrifices, including the ultimate sacrifice made by many to uphold the tenets of democracy in our country. You will recall that during the peace accord process, I stated in clear terms, quoting from former President Jonathan Goodluck, that my ambition, and I quote, is not worth the blood of any Nigerian, and I quote. That man is a great man. Today, I call on President Buhari to make that same commitment to the people whose mandate he holds, while also urging all security agencies to uphold our Constitution with an understanding that voting is a civil activity and civic responsibility. The Nigerian military is constitutionally responsible for protecting our territorial integrity and national borders and has no role to play in the conduct of elections. No role to play in the conduct of elections. The military, go back and study your constitution, go back and study the Army Act and other subsidiary legislations. You have no role in the conduct of elections whatsoever. Additionally, I call on the Independent National Electoral Commission once again to remain impartial arbiters while ensuring that they conduct credible elections this time around. INEC must ensure that all logistical challenges are addressed between now and Saturday, the 23rd of February, and that all materials retrieved from the field are inspected by participating political parties before the commencement of the elections. My dear Nigerians and party men and women, I am certain that you have also keenly followed with interest utterances from the leadership of the All Progressive Congress and General Muhammadu Buhari in particular, which is a painful reminder of the era of dictatorship and military rule. General Buhari has repeatedly violated the Constitution and failed to uphold the rule of law. Recent instances include the unconstitutional suspension of the Chief Justice of Nigeria the day before he was to appoint judges for the electoral tribunals that will decide any appeals or whether any of our elections were subject to manipulation, thereby crossing the immutable line that divides the executive from the judiciary. Alas, my concerns do not end there. Only yesterday, General Buhari said, and I quote, "The military and police should be ruthless." And I quote again, "Anybody who disturbs the voting system will do it at the expense of his own life." And I quote, that is General Buhari. It is quite shocking for any head of state to utter such words in a democracy. And we will not accept it from General Buhari in this country. We have fought more ruthless dictators than himself. A precondition for free, fair, and credible elections is that the people are able to cast their vote without fear of violence. Elected into office by the votes of the people in what is considered Nigeria's most free, fair, and credible election, you owe it to our people to let them give their verdict in the same way you were elected. If you do so, history will commend you for it. If you don't, history will condemn you for it. But before even history does that, we will condemn you for it. We must now turn our attention to the upcoming elections this Saturday, where the destiny of our people and country will be resoundingly decided. In spite of the last week's disappointment, I urge all Nigerians to come out and vote for the candidate of their choice, keeping in mind our desire to build a democratic and economically viable nation that will be respected among the league of democratic nations. Let me reassure you, my party members and generality of Nigerians, we are going to win these elections. And to our long-suffering citizens, I say, do not despair. Our time is now. And together we shall reshape the destiny of our beloved country. Together, we can get Nigeria working again. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.